bubblegum wall in Seattle that Christian visited last week certainly doesn't qualify as a particularly green project, but it is one of Seattle's certified tourist spots. Hi, I'm Anita Anthony and you're watching EchoTrek. If you go shopping at Seattle's famous Pike Place Market, where fresh fish and produce are readily available, leave the plastic shopping bags at home. Chances are you might just run into the bag monster in Seattle, the alter ego of Andy Keller, founder of the reusable bag company Chico Bag. That monster is a character born of 500 plastic bags stitched together, the amount an average person uses each year. With this performance, Andy Keller wants to raise awareness about the single usage of plastic bags. 30 billion plastic and 10 billion paper grocery bags are used every year, destroying 14 million trees and wasting 12 million barrels of oil. The Mercedes-Benz F-CELL World Drive that Christian has joined on its journey around the world has concluded its North American leg in Seattle. Time for us to take a closer look at the Mercedes-Benz F-CELL World Drive. And here's how it works. The car's tank is filled with pressurized hydrogen instead of gasoline. In the fuel cell, the hydrogen is oxidized. The result of this process is just water. And of course, the electricity that powers an electric engine.
The Mercedes-Benz F-CELL World Drive has taken us to inspiring places and truly great people in the US who told us about their projects. Our journey crossing the US spanned over more than 7,500 kilometers or 4,700 miles. But between several press detours, time out to discover and film our EchoTrek stories, the F-Cells drove more than 6,200 miles. From viewing the Florida beaches, the endless prairies of Texas, Hollywood and the Golden Gate Bridge, it took us just 0.88 kilograms of hydrogen per 100 kilometers.
Of course, the infrastructure is not yet fully available. We have a very good and strong development in Germany and in California, but of course there's more stations to be built. The fueling process is very safe and looks like a normal filling process compared to a compressed natural gas car.
For us, the Mercedes-Benz F-CELL World Drive provided a perfect opportunity to visit some really cool green projects. We have met Luis Valenzuela and his breathtaking fashion made out of organic and recycled fabrics. Beth Ferguson, who created the solar pump station. We observed a fuel cell racing car made by students in California, and we tasted wonderful beer in a completely sustainable run brewery. Just 4 examples out of dozens of EchoTrek stories that made us realize, wherever we are on the planet, and whatever culture, nationality, profession and dedication we might have, the will to build a better future creates a strong and fulfilling connection.
The Mercedes-Benz F-CELL World Drive is an exciting opportunity for us to bring you great green stories from all around the world. In the meantime, Christian and the 3 B-Class vehicles have reached Australia. Here in Sydney in 2007, the Earth Hour project got underway.
This is a view on the famous Opera House you have only once a year, because you can see hardly anything. Here in Sydney it all started only 4 years ago, but the idea grew quickly. Last year millions of people in 128 countries already participated.
Every year on March 27th between 8:30 and 9:30 local time, hundreds of millions of people all around the world switch off their lights. The idea of the Earth Hour, by the way, is not to conserve energy, even though that happens when millions of people switch off their lights from New York to Sydney. The larger idea behind the Earth Hour is to show what can happen when millions of people come together.
Earth Hour started in 2007 in Sydney, and this year it'll be in 130 plus countries around the world, with hopefully hundreds of millions of people taking part. The big message for us this year is celebrate the hour, but this year think about how you can go beyond the hour in the actions that you take, whether or not you're a school kid, whether or not you're a CEO of a company, or a president or a prime minister. Everyone can make a difference.
You know what this is? This is called a shuru. We put it here on the car, and the driving wind produces a sound to scare away kangaroos. This clearly means we are in Australia!
Australia is the only country in the world that could claim to have had a real rock star as an environmental minister. Peter Garrett was the lead singer of Aussie rock band Midnight Oil before he became the Minister for the Environment, Heritage and the Arts in 2007. Though he no longer is in charge of the environment, he now serves as a Minister for School Education, Early Childhood and Youth. Christian was very excited to meet Peter and show off his oil-free Mercedes-Benz F-CELL. More about this next week on Echo Track.
The engine is on.
No way, that's so cool! That's so cool! That's amazing. That's so cool. Like a Game Boy.
Not bad, huh? Here in Sydney, I also met the inventors of the world's fastest solar racing car, a bunch of students from the University of New South Wales. I even tried to squeeze into the cockpit, but more on that next week here on